another college class with all those draft picks locked in his stockpile?
Well, I don't know how he would address that question, but I do know he's feeling real good about his decision. I mean, taking the Celtics to the playoffs in just his second season, I mean, I think he's one of the bright coaching stars in the NBA today. It was the NBA's game and college basketball's loss when he moved on to the Celtics.
Well said. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboard. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Karasov. Reed out there with Young. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Now here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Thomas. And Turner kicks to Lee. Rebounded by the Nets.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
One thing about David Lee is a proven scorer and rebounder. Clark, health, though, has been a concern.
It has been very durable early in his career, Kevin, but of late we've seen hamstring issues, back issues, and torn hip flexors, and that's taken a toll on him for sure.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here's Smart. Pass to Turner. He feeds it to Olynyk. Launches a 3. That's good. Olynyk's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, for David Lee, when healthy, he can absolutely fill it up. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, can score over both shoulders, a really solid passer, and of course, a volume rebounder.
Shots good from Young.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Now here's Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He kicks to Lee. It's Thomas outside. The shot no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And David Lee reworking to improve his mid-range jumper going into last season. When he's hitting that shot, guys, he's almost impossible to defend.
Now here is Reed. Tries from 10, and it's good off the glass. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
McCullough's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Celtics also making a change. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Nets leading by 11. And Sloan kicks to Lopez. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And so it's Boston with it after the basket by Brooklyn. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Now here's Lopez. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Celtics in Boston. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the floater, and that one's good. Thomas got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
There's the screen. Here's Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Lopez has been great. 13 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
The Nets have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
The Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Now here's Smart. Picked by Lee. Smart kicks to Thomas. Smart with the ball. That one wide left. Brooklyn leading by 11. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Inside, it's deflected. Stolen by Smart. Finished off the break.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Here's Sloan. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's Young on the wing. And Lee pulls it down.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Thomas dishes to Smart. Lee passes to Turner. Outside Thomas. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
Here's Turner. And here we go. Now here's Smart. Turner fires. The rebound by Karasov.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Sloan kicks to Lopez. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani has checked in for Lopez. Johnson comes in for Young. Brown is checked in for Sergei Karasov. And it's Larkin in for Donald Sloan. The Celtics also changing it up. Johnson comes in for David Lee. And Jerebko is subbed in for Turner. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Smart kicks to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's Johnson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Now Smart. Johnson the screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. Joe Johnson pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 9. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to McCullough. His first shot coming late. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Johnson. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Jerebko. And a miss there on the triple. Nets have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. To the inside and stolen by Zeller. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Dishes it to Thomas. Again, Thomas missing. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
Robinson's checked in for the Nets. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Celtics. Jay Crowder comes in for Marcus Smart.
And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Olynyk's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
.111 left to play here in the second quarter. Robinson drives in. Good. Bargnani's got his second bucket tonight.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Now here's Crowder. He's covered by Brown. Thomas dishes to Crowder. Back to Thomas from outside the arc. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up. Challenge the defense.
Here's Larkin to the inside. Shot from free throw range. And that's good from Bargnani on the assist by Larkin.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's the screen. The dish to Thomas from outside the arc. Again, Thomas missing.
You know, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead. Doing the dirty work down low.
We call that a collabo because everybody's boxing out and making sure they secure the glass.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A nice show being put on tonight by Brook Lopez. He ended up with 15 points and 5 rebounds. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well, and their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.